Oh, hello, come in. Go in. Oh, good to see you. I'm home at last. I only got back yesterday from Washington. I've just poured a nice Christmas dram. This will be, I think, our last meeting before Christmas. This is a really nice one. It's you should have a drop. It's Bunnahabhain Islay Malt, 12-year-old, which is gives you the impression you exist. Do come and sit down. So I thought we might have a Christmassy end to the little meetings and chats we've had over the year. And I mentioned to you that I was going to have the thrill of going to New York and doing a poetry reading at Carnegie Hall, which I did, and it was great fun. It was wonderful. And I couldn't the excitement of getting ready to go, I forgot one of the vital things, which was that I'd been asked by the Gettys to write a completely new piece that would premiere at Carnegie Hall. It was only the Sunday before I flew that it occurred to me that this was not written. Luckily, apart from church in the morning, I had a free Sunday. And I knew they were going to do the second half of the Irish Christmas concert was going to be a kind of version of the 9 Lessons and Carols. And I love that service. I love the way it doesn't just kick off with Christmas as though Christmas had no context. It gives you the long arc of the biblical narrative. It starts with the Garden of Eden and, you know, the closeness to God and the fall and all the various kinds of darknesses and alienation. And then it gives Christmas a particular context of meaning of God coming, as it were, to look for us who hid from him. And it's got something, as Advent has, of a forward arc to a kind of glimpse of a paradise regained as well as a paradise lost. So I thought I'd pick up on that in various ways in my little poem. Normally I keep a poem for a few weeks at any rate, if not longer, just to see if it's still all right, you know, when it's not just coming quick from the pen, and then I read it to one or two other people and I don't share it more widely until I've road tested it a bit in that sense. But such was the timetable that I wrote this. I read it to Maggie, briefly showed it to the Gettys on the afternoon, and then literally the first sharing was this packed house in New York, which is a bit scary in a way. It was a slightly vertiginous experience, but I think the poem managed not entirely to crash and burn. So anyway, I've done it, and I've done that for them, so I'm now free to read it more widely. And I thought as a last Christmas thing you might like to hear it. So here it is. I borrowed, or shall we say tweaked, a title from Charles Dickens. Well, whereas he has, of course, The Tale of Two Cities, mine is called A Tale of Two Gardens. God gave us all a garden once, and walked with us at eve, that we might know him face to face with no need to believe. But we denied and hid from him, concealing our own shame, yet still he came to look for us and call us each by name. He found us where we hid from him. He clothed us in his grace, but still we turned our backs on him and would not see his face. So now he comes to us again, not as a Lord Most High, but weak and helpless as we are, that we might hear him cry. And he who clothed us in our need lies naked in the straw, that we might wrap him in our rags, whom once we fled in awe. The strongest comes in weakness now, a stranger to our door. The king forsakes his palaces and dwells amongst the poor. And where we hurt, he hurts with us, and when we weep, he cries. He knows the heart of all our hurts, the inside of our sighs. He does not look down from above, but gazes up at us, that that we might take him in our arms, who always cradles us. And if we welcome him again with open hands and heart, he'll plant his garden deep in us, the end from which we start. And in that garden there's a tomb whose stone is rolled away, where we and all we've ever loved were lowered in the clay. But lo, the tomb is empty now, and clothed in living light, his ransomed people walk with one who came on Christmas night. So come, Lord Jesus, find in me the child you came to save. Stoop tenderly with wounded hands and lift me from my grave. Be with us all, Emmanuel, and keep us close and true. Be with us till that kingdom comes where we will be with you. Anyway, that's what it is for what it's worth, and thanks for coming round, Slant Show, and have a great Christmas.